And we continue now with our Great American Panel. Well, we heard, I thought Steve Wynn's rant was really powerful. Now we've got Investors Business Daily pointing out that, one of the co-founders of Home Depot, Bernie Marcus, is slamming the administration. I can tell you that today the impediments that the government imposes are impossible to deal with. Home Depot would never have succeeded if we tried to start it today. And so many other business people saying this.
Absolutely. Well, America's economy has really ridden on the backs of small businesses. And, most of the businesses out there are small business people who are not going to be able to, like he said, get off the ground with all the regulations, all the red tape and the high taxes. I mean, when they're raising taxes, you're going to start letting people go because you can't afford it as a small business owner. And, I think that Obama and his administration really need to maybe have a conference with all these business leaders out there and go, hey, I don't think you really know what it's like to actually run a business, but let us tell you.
Mitt Romney, you're the political guy. Mitt Romney now is beating Obama. He's got a 39% reelect rate in the Gallup poll. These are devastating numbers. There's not a single metric on the economy where he's not in the 30s.
No, and he should be sitting down with the Bernie Marcuses that are and the Steve Wynns and at least hear out what's going on out there, because you're hearing this repeatedly from more and more business leaders. And in the end, look, the Obama administration needs to understand that it's about jobs and about turning the economy around. And all this debt ceiling stuff, in the end, I don't think is going to matter.
But this president doesn't.
If you don't turn
it around. He even acknowledged that today.
Yeah, it's going to be a big problem.
But you have to listen to someone like Bernie Marcus, because he really epitomizes the American. No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying he epitomizes the American dream. Here's someone who grew up in a tenement, okay, made a small business, and now he's a billionaire. He went from rags to riches better than anybody in America. And he's saying if he can't do it in this environment with somebody with that sort of ingenuity, how is anybody else going to get out of the gutter? They're not. Jobs in the economy could be there. And let me tell you something. Everybody in Florida with the unemployment rate is going to wake up one day and say, hey, we have buyer's remorse.
No, this is why I think on the debt ceiling debate, the Republicans have a far better hand than they even think, and that's why I'm so frustrated.
Well, Obama's winning that argument, though.
No, he's not. And
no, the Dems are controlling Washington is what's happening.
He's not winning the argument because, as Brent Bozell pointed out tonight, there's a poll out that shows that 74% of the American people support a balanced budget amendment. 63% support cut, cap, and balance, which is their plan. It's and the president's personal numbers are tanking. It's like health care. Every time he talks, it tanks.
He's winning the argument. In other words, all those facts may be true about 73% want a balanced budget amendment, but the Republicans aren't making a case in a way that's winning against the president. You look at the Washington Post.
Why are his numbers going down? That seems counterintuitive then.
Well, I don't know, but I know, just as a person that lives out there, everyone's affected by the economy. People like me that I'm not an economist. I'm not a math major that's going. All I know is that gas prices are high. It's harder to buy a house. The money that was in my account isn't worth as much as it used to be. Everybody's hurting in a way that we can feel it. Maybe I'm not the one to say, hey, this is the plan that we should make, but we're relying on the people that we elect to make that for us, and they need to get it together and know that raising taxes is not the right way either.
Just to add to that, I think there is an understanding among the American people that it's really not a revenue problem. The government is intoxicated.
We got a spending problem. That's the bottom line, and that's why what I think is going to wind up happening, because we're not going to be able to get a balanced budget amendment passed to Congress. We're going to have to go for a dollar-for-dollar tax cut and just keep going all the way down
the debt ceiling.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And let me tell you something. If we target enough progressive programs, somebody like Harry Reid could even wind up switching parties over this, because they're going to just get fried in the Senate, and that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Harry Reid's going to switch parties.
No, I'm just kidding. I just want to get you awake.
Well,
Steve Wynn might help him.
No, but I think what's likelier to happen now is they're going to kick the can down the road again, because.
And how did they do it? Explain how.
I think actually the Boehner-Obama thing about the $3 trillion that the administration's saying didn't happen, I don't know if it did or not, has an actual decent shot at happening, because it lets Boehner off the hook.
How does Boehner get off the hook?
He doesn't. There's no tax increases in it. There's nothing about tax.
That's the key.
And the key then becomes, can McConnell and Reid deliver between them, cobble 50 votes
but here's
together?
The problem.
Because there aren't any progressive. The Russ Feingolds aren't sitting there anymore.
But the problem I see with that plan,
not enough of
is
them
that, it's partly the Bush tax cuts expire, so the tax increases are down the road. We're going to read the details, and I can tell you, conservatives like me are not going to support it.
Well, this is the issue of the decade, let's be honest. We're going to keep revisiting it over and over.
No.
By the way,
Raising
Leanne
taxes.
puts on hearts on our football.
I mean, progressives are stuck
Are
with.
you mad at me for that?
We
Progressives
like
are
that.
stuck
That's
with
a
these
signature.
guys.
All right, but that's all the time we have left this evening. As always, thank you for being with us. Let not your heart be troubled. The news continues. Greta's standing by to go on the record with a great show tonight, and we will see you tomorrow night. Greta.